Master the fundamentals of financial planning. Build wealth, not regret. Here's a cold truth. If you don't have a plan for your money, someone else does, and they're probably already profiting off your lack of one. You're young, ambitious, and hungry for more, but let me ask you this. Do you actually know where your money goes each month? Winging it is not a financial strategy. In the next 5 to 6 minutes, I'm going to hand you the fundamentals of financial planning, the same core principles used by the wealthy, the successful, and the people who don't lose sleep wondering how they'll pay rent next month. And trust me, you're going to want to stay until the end, because we're not stopping at budgets and bank accounts. We're ending with the single most powerful tool for building long-term wealth. Hint, it's not crypto. Act 1, the wake-up calls. Visual, fast-paced montage of people wasting money, then regretting it. Subtle shift to inspirational tone. You've probably heard someone say, "You're young, enjoy your money while you can." What they don't tell you is that most Americans carry regret about how they handled their finances in their 20s. Student debt, credit cards, zero savings, lifestyle inflation sound familiar. The truth is, you can't build a wealthy life on vibes and paycheck-to-paycheck spending. If you're living for the weekend and your money disappears faster than your motivation on a Monday morning, something's got to change. Financial planning isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom to choose the job you want, the city you want, the life you want. Or at the very least, freedom to say yes to guac without mentally calculating your checking account. But seriously, this isn't about missing out on fun, it's about not missing out on your future. Act 2, the blueprint, 5 financial planning pillars. Visuals, clean animations illustrating each pillar, slight pace increase. Let's break down the 5 fundamentals of financial planning. Think of them as the infrastructure of your wealth. 1. Cash flow management. 3-10. Rule 1. Know your numbers. Track every dollar, what comes in, what goes out. Use apps, spreadsheets, napkins if you must, just track it. Because if you don't know where your money is going, it's probably going somewhere dumb. Your budget isn't a prison, it's a mirror, and sometimes it's not pretty. But what you do next, that's where the power is. 2. Emergency fund. Life doesn't ask permission before it slaps you with a $700 car repair. That's why you need an emergency fund, not a rainy day fund, and it's pouring and the roof just caved in fund. Aim for 3-6 months of living expenses, not glamorous, but essential. Imagine facing a job loss or medical bill and not flinching. That's peace money can buy. 3. Debt management. Debt is a wealth killer, but not all debt is created equal. Prioritize high-interest consumer debt first. That's your credit cards, payday loans, financial quicksand. Then build a strategy, snowball, avalanche, whichever works for you, just don't ignore it. And no, manifesting debt freedom is not a strategy. Nice try, TikTok. 4. Investing early. This is where things get fun. The wealthy don't work for money, their money works for them. Compound interest is your best friend if you start early. Even $100 a month at 22 can become 6 figures by 40. And if you think investing is just for rich people, wait until you see what 15 years of consistent investing can do. 5. Set clear financial goals. Here's the secret sauce: clarity. Don't just say, "I want to be rich." What does that mean? $100K a year, a paid-off house, passive income streams. Be specific, time-bound, actionable. Because vague goals get vague results. And once your foundation is built, you're ready to play a much bigger game. Act 3, the wealth game, and what most people miss. Visuals, transition from budgeting to luxury lifestyle, travel, passive income. Most people stop at saving money, but wealthy people don't just save, they scale. And this is where the real shift happens. True financial planning isn't about cutting lattes. It's about building assets that pay you long after you clock out. Stocks, index funds, businesses, and yes, real estate. Because if you don't own assets, you are the asset. And here's the kicker. Most people wait until their 30s or 40s to start investing in property. But what if you started now? In fact, in our next video, I'll show you how to break into real estate, even if you're young, broke, or living with roommates. And no, it doesn't involve wholesaling or flipping haunted houses. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people your age. You now understand the fundamentals of financial planning.